Mr. Christopher Borchert of the class of 2014 will deliver remarks on behalf of the Juris Doctorate graduates of the Day Division. Christopher.
President Herbst, Dean Fisher, Professor Scheck, distinguished faculty, family, friends, guests, and the class of 2014. A fun fact about law school is that law professors can call on you even though you're not raising your hand. Some call this cold calling. I've also heard cruel and unusual punishment, but everyone remembers their first time. I was sitting in class, scanning the casebook, refreshing my memory about the facts and the issues when Mr. Borchert, I was not raising my hand. But then something incredible happened. I knew the answer. I went all in, throwing in my favorite new law school words, like reasonable and sufficiently. When I finished, the professor looked at me, took a deep breath, and announced to the class that this was the worst possible answer that anyone could have given to the question. He then walked over to the board and wrote my answer at the top so everyone would remember the worst possible answer. I felt a little better when the student next to me had the second worst possible answer. We are in no short supply of brilliant and inspiring professors here at UConn. That professor, who turned out to be one of my favorites, was having a little fun. And if you can't have a little fun while learning about trademark dilution, then when can you have fun? I know I speak for the entire class of 2014 when I say thank you for your time, your passion, your wisdom, your letters of recommendation, and most of all, your undying support. This year, we welcomed our new dean, Dean Fisher, who has energized and inspired our community from the moment he stepped foot on campus. His enthusiasm for our success, both as students and as professionals, is incomparable and infectious and will go a long way in strengthening UConn Law. We are fortunate to have an engaged and dynamic leader who will stand as a role model for our graduating class and many classes to follow. As we all know, this year also brought the retirement of a beloved professor, Professor Strasser. I was one of the lucky ones. I had Professor Strasser for contracts my very first semester of law school. I remember thinking how crazy everything sounded. But Professor Strasser was always comforting and reassuring. He knew exactly how to break down complex legal concepts so that we, as first-year law students, could understand them and apply them. I'm sure my classmates will agree when I say that I am grateful to have begun my law school experience with such a special teacher. We cannot let this moment go by without also thanking those who have supported us from the start. Our parents, grandparents, siblings, significant others, children, friends, and mentors. You are the people who motivated us and encouraged us, the people who mean the world to us. Thank you for being here on this special day. But perhaps more importantly, thank you for being there on the not-so-special days, like the days when we walked out of our multiple-choice evidence exam certain we got every single question wrong, so we buried ourselves in yodels and watched Netflix for 36 straight hours. But I never did that, though. I personally want to thank my parents and my brother Scott for proving time and again the importance of strength through family. I also want to thank my fiancée, Tara, for standing by my side even though you were 150 miles away for the past 3 years. We've all heard the tired cliche, law school teaches you how to think like a lawyer. But what exactly does it mean to think like a lawyer? Well, for one, it probably means asking obnoxious questions like that one. But to me, at least, thinking like a lawyer means seeing all the angles, and not in a tactical or conniving sense, but in a just and fair-minded sense. It means forcing ourselves to consider perspectives we might not see or agree with at first. Put another way, it means admitting that Justice Scalia can be right once in a while. What makes the law school experience so valuable is that law students, by and large, embrace the idea of critical evaluation. Our goal, as I see it, is always to subject our own thinking to rigorous critical evaluation. But in order to do this, in order to see all the angles, we must first be exposed to new and different angles. And that brings me to the class of 2014. For 3 years, we challenged each other to think deeper and harder about our own assumptions. We exchanged life experiences, shedding new light on familiar ideas. We pushed each other and learned from each other and debated the things that matter most. We made a difference, at least in each other's lives. And now we can go out and make a difference where it really matters, in our communities, our schools, our homes. I am so proud to stand here before you today. I have no doubt you will continue to inspire those around you, assist those who need you, and learn from those who challenge you. As law students, we've become really good at picking apart other people's arguments. In my view, we should always try just as hard to pick apart our own. This is how we move the system forward. This is how we pay it all back. And someday down the road, when you find yourself hesitant to voice a different opinion or suggest a new perspective, speak up. After all, you're in the clear. Somebody else already gave the worst possible answer. Congratulations and best of luck to the class of 2014.